Let's bring in Nicole Neily. She's the president and founder of Parents Defending Education. Nicole, this is obviously one of those issues that is a real hot-button issue for 2024 in many parts of our country. Explain for the listeners why this is such an important issue for parents in particular, because when we're talking about what some people have described as mutilation of children and others have described as health care, it's a clearly drawn debate between the two sides. Where do parents fall on this from your perspective?
Well, unfortunately, parents, more often than not, do not have access to complete information. They're being told by experts, be it a school counselor, be it a gender clinic, that the choice is between a live child or a dead child, that this is necessary to actually prevent suicide. And so parents go into this not realizing the risks that of brain bleeds, of bone damage. And so if parents actually knew what was going on, that would be one thing. The other frightening thing is that much of this is taking place behind families' backs. My organization, Parents Defending Education, has identified over 1,000 school districts across the country that have policies on the books that explicitly exclude parents from knowing their child's gender identity. And so you will have school administrators that are counseling children, providing them chest binders, withholding information from families so that parents cannot make medical decisions on behalf of their children. And so the fact that families are now considered unsupportive and they're assumed to be evil is really an astonishing shift in a short period of time.
You've had a chance to listen to some congressional lawmakers, especially some Democrats. They make the argument, Nicole, that this is something that parents need to be careful because parents may have an influence that might not respect the wishes of the child. I think the argument on the other side might be their children. They're under 18. Why on earth would a school or even a physician want to engage in this behavior that could alter them forever? Your thoughts?
Yes, they're minors, they're children. We as parents have to sign permission slips at school to give our children sunscreen and aspirin, yet they are now being led down this path of social transition and eventually medical care with, in many cases, with families not knowing. Things that are taking place in schools, clinics. In states like California, the medical age of consent is 12. In Oregon, in Washington State, they're very young. And so again, these things are taking place without families knowing and without being able to intervene or protect their children.
In the 20 seconds or so we have left, I want to get your take on something that Miguel Cardona, the Education Secretary, had to say about affirmative action. So many of the recent rulings, I think, are causing unrest, certainly among those in the Biden administration. I just want to share part of what he had to say and get your take on this. He said, this majority has repeatedly shown a willingness to throw precedent out the window. Now we're faced with a decision that threatens to take us backwards. Taking the approach that it's the court, it's the Republicans, it's conservatives who are making it harder to have affirmative action. Others feel like sometimes affirmative action programs discriminate, which is unlawful. Your thoughts in the 15 seconds we have left.
It is absolutely unconstitutional. He said that we've taken away an effective tool for ensuring diversity. How about we encourage and prepare students at a younger age in the K-12 system to actually compete and earn places in these schools rather than funneling money and breaking the law?
Nicole Neily, as always, we appreciate your time and thank you for spending it on a Thursday night. Go have some fun. We appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.